Normally, a farmer will wake up, walk out, maybe get in a car, drive to their field, get on the tractor, plant seeds, harvest, and then on market day load it up in their truck, go to an urban center and sell their produce at a farmer's market or deliver it to a restaurant, take what's left back in their truck to the farm. I am very different than a traditional sort of rural farmer. I think about it a lot differently. And so for us, it's the same concept, it's just condensed. My name is Christoph Grinna. I'm the head farmer for Uptop Acres, which is a commercial rooftop farming company that operates in the Washington, D.C. area. Uptop Acres, I think, is important to the D.C. region because we get most of our produce, herbs, vegetables, fruits, from California or Mexico, and we're a long ways away from that. And when you think about urban agriculture, your main constraints are space. You need arable land. And then if you can find arable land that's not contaminated, that land's probably going to be extremely expensive. And farming is not a high profit margin business. So you're pretty much out of luck at that point. And so you need to find new places that are underutilized where you can add value to start practicing urban agriculture, and that's why we have looked to the rooftops.
So my name is Jeff Green, and I'm a rooftop farmer here in Washington, D.C. So today we're both planting and harvesting microgreens for the local restaurants that we distribute to in the Chinatown area. Specifically, we harvested watercress, micro watercress today, and we're distributing 2 blocks away from the rooftop garden. The produce is harvested and distributed to the restaurant within an hour. We try and make it as fresh, local, and tasty as possible. So it gets to usually the garden to the plate within a matter of hours.
From the food perspective, we need to produce a whole lot more food in urban areas. Fuel prices over the long term are only going to get more expensive. The drought in the western United States is probably only going to get worse. And so we need stability in terms of local food production. By 2050, 50, 100, hundreds of acres. We want people to fly into cities and see seas of green, over the buildings. Jeff, Kathleen, and I, we all went to Wilson High School together up in Tenleytown, and we all sort of coalesced around this idea of where our food comes from, how can we change the city that we grew up in for the better, have an impact. My family lives here, my friends' families live here, and I feel a real need to improve it for them and for their children and then for my friends' children. And I think that is truly the way that coalitions will be built and real change will happen, is if people feel a sense of place. And I get inspired when I see people that are native Washingtonians sticking around, really creating roots, and I think that those people make the biggest change because they have something at stake.